There's been an awakening. Do you feel it? The news of the day is the Marine Corps is finally, after all these years. I don't know how long the Marine Corps has been around. Probably since like what, at least 100 years. I mean, the military is the oldest thing in American history, right? The military finally agrees to allow black women to wear their natural hair. Now, this is great. This is great news. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, psh, like, oh, black people can finally wear their hair the way they want to." Big whoop. I know there's a lot of issues that are more important going on in the world, so why the fuck do you care about that? Well, we care about it because first off, we're black. Black people care about black people stuff. Just like Asian people care about Asian people, white people care about white people shit. Africans care about African shit. Second off, you gotta listen to the key word: our natural hair. We haven't, especially women, not even guys. What am I saying? But we as black people, but black women have not been able to wear their hair the way that it's meant to be worn. So this, I think, staff sergeant, her name is Sherry Wright. She ended up, through hard work and perseverance, she ended up going to, she did speeches to higher ups, letting them know, the importance of it and the psychological damage that it does to black women. Now, again, a lot of people are like, "Oh, psychological damage, big fucking whoop. Who gives a fuck?" It's psychological damage, man. I mean, mental health issues are is a major issue now. So to belittle somebody, especially somebody whose shoes you haven't even been in, to belittle them just so you can, feel good about yourself, whatever, go ahead and do that. Who are you to say, whether or not somebody should feel a certain way about something when you haven't been through that? So this is great, man. Again, I think what this gets us to really think about as well is like, look, man, you know, this whole 2015 has been like I mentioned earlier. It's like there's definitely like an awakening happening right now around the world, and, and you're seeing it in different ways, and you're especially seeing it when it comes to black people. I've noticed that black people are becoming more consciously aware, and I think it's great because, and what this story is, it seems so minuscule, but then like the more I look into it, and it's like the reason why I think that this story is so important is because it points to a larger trend. Like when I got through reading this, I thought to myself, well, you know, why have we for so long been okay with black women not being able to wear and represent themselves and who they are? Why have we been okay with that? And you might say hair is just, oh, it's just hair, but ask anybody, look, I ain't got no hair, man. That shit is traumatic, dog. Like, like you cut like a woman's hair off, like her hair is everything to her, and it is to a lot of people. It's your culture. So why have we for so long been okay with black women not being able to represent their culture and be who they are? That's important. It's more than just hair. It's important. It's also gotten, this year has also gotten me to think. And this article kind of points to a larger trend again. Is that like why have we been okay with for so long with black men and black boys going through the justice system and always being seen as guilty? Why has there always been that double standard and we've been okay with that even as black people? And and lastly, I think like black people are becoming more conscious. So it gets you to think like, why have black people for so long, at least since I've been alive or conscious, it feels like we've been okay with being ignorant. Like I feel like, my parents used to always show me about like, this time, the civil rights movement. And there was this time in American history where black people were like, we strive for excellence. We don't do that anymore, man. We don't strive for excellence. We strive to be drugged out, hoed out, pimped out, thugged out, chained out, geeked out. Like that's all we strive to be. Just to be the flashiest motherfucker. Like that is who we are. We are a flashy, flamboyant, dramatic, and confident people. But that's not all we are. We're also very intelligent, and we're also very conscious. And I wish that we, showed that more, uh, you know, to the rest of the world. But again, man, I think this is great, man. That black women can finally feel comfortable, and I think this shows, uh, you know, uh, what it shows also is that the American systems are becoming more conscious of what's going on. They're becoming more conscious of inherent prejudices. We talk about inherent prejudice all the time within the system. Well, that's one thing. Imagine if white women were not allowed to wear their hair the way that they wanted to wear their hair. Imagine if white women could only wear dreadlocks or twists. Imagine if they lived in a black society where that's all they would have to where that's all they could wear. Well, we wouldn't accept that then. Would that not be an issue? Yes, of course, that would be an issue then, and it's an issue now. So again, I'm glad that this is pointing to a larger trend of people waking up, man. There's nothing better than that, man. And it's like it's great, man, because like I went to see Star Wars recently. I'm gonna do another video about what I thought about Star Wars and what I kind of thought. I'm not gonna say it here, but I went and saw Star Wars. Good movie, good movie. I say that, good movie. And again, coming back to the point I was making earlier. There's been like this awakening, this conscious awakening, and it's been going on for a little bit, man. And I'm happy to see that people are seeing through the bullshit. So this video is running long. I kind of rambled, but you know, I'm trying to give more of my perspective, more of what I think about issues, and yeah, that's all I can do. So thanks for checking me out, and I'll catch y'all next time.